And now when it is placed, then I want to change the origin of this one. So on the left, the dimension you can see here, this is the distance from the actual origin, and that actual origin is here. So this is from this origin, this is the distance. Now for our convenience, we want to move this origin to the center of our design padding. This will help us to calculate the dimension or distance of other padding. So first thing, we need to find out the center of this design, and you can see whenever I am moving this pencil at the center, then around this design we have the white border line. That means it is located, the pencil is at the center. Now if you move slightly, the color will be changing, and as well as this border will disappear. That means we are not at the center. Now we need to find out the center of the design, and this looks the center of the design. First thing is I need to remove the original origin. So if I press O, that will remove the original origin. Okay, so this time is original. We have actually we have already calculated from the original origin. So that's why it's already selected. Now this one, it becomes my origin of the design. So this is now new origin. Now from here, I have to, if I consider this is my number 3 position, location, or position of number 3 slot, then I have to design the number 1. And the dimension or distance of number 1 we can calculate from the dimension given. So the center of this number 1 slot is 13.55 millimeter apart or away from the front face of my DC jack. So this is 13.55 and these 3 is 7.4. The difference between these two will give the distance between two slots. So that will be 13.55 minus 7.4. That will give 6.15. And we will go to this design, and I will select my DC jack. It's already selected. It is available now, and I have to move to 6.15. That probably I won't be able to do 6.15 exactly. So what we'll do, we will come closer to 6.15, and I will take slightly bigger. Now on the left corner, you can see it is showing minus 6.2. That is the from x-axis. This is the distance in the x-axis. And in order to understand that these two designs are in the same line, we can see the y-axis is 0. That means this is placed in these two design are in same line. So we will place it here, and this will be my number 1. Then number 2, if you take a look, that is in the horizontal. So that means I need to rotate the actual design and then place it. Now the distance from the center of number 1, if you consider from number 1, that will be 5 in the y direction, 5 millimeter in the y direction. Now we can find out the distance between these two, or the distance between these two. If we make the distance between these two, That will probably give me 6.8, 3 point, 3 point, so this is 5 is 2.85, I think. So it would be 2.85, right? So let me just make sure that we are doing correctly. So it is 13.55 minus 7.4, right? So that was 10.7. So 10.7, 2.85. So from 1, it is 2.85. So as number 3, okay, so what we will do, that will give us another exercise of changing the origin. So now I have to make the origin here. So I have to make sure this is at the center. So first O pressing, this will change this origin. Now origin is here, so that will be released. So if I press O, this is now origin is the actual origin. Now if I press here, now select the center. Yeah. So now press this origin. And now I have to select this one and rotate this one. Now it becomes center and we have to place it. So 3 point, this is Y should be 5 and that should be 2.85. That would be probably 9. So, or we can make 8. So that would be fine. So that is 5 and 2.8. We can place it here. So we can now check the other dimension, that is from 2 to 3, that is 3.3. So we can just measure this dimension and we can make this one as origin. So first release and make this origin, and to make the distance, so I can make the distance, that is 3.4. That's all right. So this is 3.4 and 5. So that's fine. So I have placed these 3 throw hole, rectangular throw hole. Now we need to place the border. So in order to place the border, we'll select these borders and border, and we will be using the top silk for the device border. So for the device border, normally we use the top silk. And we will select this symmetrical border distance, and we will take a rough border from here, then we will adjust it. So this one is the rough border. Now if you go here, the front face will be 13.5 from the number 1. So we will adjust this one, and for this we have to select again the origin, release by pressing O, and then select this one as the origin. Now take the dimension and we'll measure from here to this border edge. What is the dimension? So that is giving 15 and I need 13.55. So let us take, this is 13.6. So we'll place this one. So this is fine. So this is 13.6. Now this border we have to move. So we have to move by selecting this. Now that would be fine. Now the last task that we need to perform is I want to delete this one and we need to identify these pins. So in order to identify the pins, whenever the hand sign is there, right click on your mouse and edit properties, and this will be number 3 pin. So just write down this one, number 3 pin, okay. And then here, edit properties, and this one will be number 3 pin, number 1 pin, right? So, and this one will give this simultaneously. This one would be number 2. So now we are done designing this footprint. Just make sure that we have enough distance of the stop sleeves, the border. So now the next task is to add them in the library. So I will select this design and we will go to the library, make package, we'll give the name of DC jack number 3 and package category. This is more like the connectors. Package type is the throw hole and subcategory we don't need anything. I think terminal block, just keep it blank. And that's it. So we can go okay.